good morning. We are officially recording, so this will be recorded for everybody that has questions in the future. The reason for this is Eric called me and he said, man, we've got to do something like this because there's too many questions from people asking us, where do I find this? How do I do this? And I know I get a lot of phone calls. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus where they'll ask me specifically, well, how do I fill out this form? I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I've got 17 videos about that. So what that's telling us is that y'all are not able to find the resources that we put out there for you. And not that we're upset. We're here to answer questions, but just like y'all, we're busy. We've got things to do. I'm here to answer questions. Eric's here to answer questions. Don't be scared to call us, but please only call us after you've used the tools that you have available to you, because most of your questions are going to be there. And a lot of the times the questions that I'm getting are something that I can't handle, in a 2-second phone call or, a 2-minute phone call. It's like, hey, how do I fill out the 1 to 4 family residential if they should have this, this, and that? I'm like, I'm driving down the car right now. I can't pull over to walk you through how to fill out a form. And that's the purpose of this. The purpose of all the videos and all the back-end training and all the systems we've set up is to help people do this on the fly. I see Jessica's driving in her car right now. At the end of this video, she should know how to be able to look all this stuff up in her car. That's the point. We live out of our cars. We're constantly moving. And so we need to learn on this. Eric, do you have anything you want to put in on this?
No, I mean, what this is this is the Agents app. And you don't even have to have the app. You can literally go on your phone and go to agents.whitelinerealty.com. And it's the exact same thing. The app icon is just a shortcut to get you to that page. So I know I'm
going to go over that in just a second, Eric. I'm going to go over that in just a second. All right. Don't jump too far ahead of me. Okay. So first things first, the first thing I want to tell everybody is when we send you an email, especially when you start, you need to read every single line of that email and follow the directions. Any email you get from us, you have got to read. We do not send out weekly, hey, everybody, here's the floof of the day. No, we don't do that. We don't have time for it. We don't care. If we send something it's important. It needs to be read thoroughly. So whenever you start, you should have a bunch of emails from us. If you kind of glanced over those or I'll read it later, you need to go look those emails up again. You need to go look through your save folders. You need to look those up and go through them step by step, because that is how you get this thing going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the 2 most important things that I think you need to do to make sure you have the answers that you're looking for and why it's important. So I'm going to share my screen with you real quick. Can everybody see my YouTube page?
Yep.
Wonderful. First things first, guys, is you need to go to youtube.com. If you've never been to youtube.com, it's a fantastic way to waste millions of hours of your life. But we're here for work. So the first thing you need to do, guys, it is this easy. You work for White Line Realty. Just go to the search bar and type in White Line Realty. And right here, you will see White Line Realty, not the ad. See, we've only got 23 subscribers on 61 videos in here.
We've got like 35 agents.
Yeah, so that's not right. Everybody should be subscribed. And if you get confused, you can finally look for the handsome guy right there in the blue shirt. There's another handsome guy right there. Okay, we're all in here. So you're going to click on the White Line Realty page. And what you absolutely must do, well, I'm already subscribed, but right here underneath here is a little subscribe button. Click subscribe. Click subscribe. The reason why I save everything here first, and I may or may not save it to the agents page, is because some of these videos are an hour long. It takes 3 hours for me to edit it. It takes another hour to upload. I mean, it takes a lot of time. So sometimes if I'm going to put it anywhere, it will be on YouTube first. And whether or not I'm tired or I forget to upload it to Facebook, it doesn't matter. And Facebook doesn't allow me to catalog these things. So these are cataloged very specifically in YouTube. And there's a reason for that. So if you go to playlist, guys, you can find forms. I need to talk about forms. Okay. So here's one about investment IABS, right? How do I fill out the IABS? Why is it important? I don't want to sit here and listen to my thing, but you can click on view the full playlist, and there's more forms than that. I got to get them cataloged better, but here we go. So non-realty addendum, adding referral fees to your commission disclosure. Yeah, there's some missing here, so I'm going to fix that. Marketing, getting started. Here's 1 to 4 family residential contract. Guys, this right here, so many people ask me, well, on paragraph 7 of the 1 to 4 family contract, oops, in the way. Stop it. Okay. Look, guys, I mean, I literally have it section by section, section D and E, section 7, section 12 through 24. You know, the final pages, what are they for? All of that stuff. The insurance shortage, okay? In the very bottom part, when they talk about title insurance, when it says, do you want to pay for the shortages of the area? What does that mean? It's right there talking to an actual escrow officer. I mean, these things are in here line by line by line by line. So please, you have to subscribe. If you do nothing else today, subscribe to this, okay? Well, actually, this is the second most important thing, all right? The reason why I put everything here first, guys, is the other thing. You need to have this page bookmarked, agents.whitelinerealty.com. You need to have this bookmarked. This is incredibly important. If you ever want to get a check out of us, you need to go to this website. Otherwise, you will not get paid, period. Okay? We have to have documentation from us. And unless you want us to start doing that thing where, well, you got to come check in at the office and you got to bring us hard copies of you don't want to start that, guys, because we don't want to be driving around all day long just to fill out paperwork. You can do this at home. You can do it in the middle of the night. I don't care. It's the reason why it's here. So you should log into this. This is part of your initial instructions. Your email that you got has instructions on how to get logged into here. Okay? When you get logged into here, I want to show you this. And guys, by the way, there's a video about this somewhere in here. Okay, guys, there are videos in here, right here, how to find your answers, how to find answers to your questions. I've already done this video once. So, and this talks to you about how to use it, but I'm going to do it one more time. First and foremost, what you need to know is when you get in here, my account, this right here pulls up all the people that you're working with. Now, I will say this, a lot of people call me and say, hey, I can't find the file I'm looking for. Sometimes it puts it in there in a weird order. Go through the pages and find, or there's a search bar, okay? You can search somebody in here and find them and be able to pull them up. What this is there's a few things. This is how you get your commission disbursement. When you click the preview button, you will get your commission disbursement form there. Man, there's too many. It takes a second to pull it up, but it will pull up a commission disbursement form. That's preview. If you have documents that you need to upload, you can upload them here. What do I have to upload? Every document that you have pertaining to this account. So if I'm going to show you how to check what's in there in just a minute, but your IABS needs to be uploaded. The 1-to-4 family contract needs to be uploaded. The third-party financing addendum needs to be uploaded. The exclusive right to sell or the representation agreement needs to be uploaded. All of your documentation needs to be uploaded here.
But you kind of jumped ahead. I mean, how do you even get that line? You need to go to add transaction.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Oops. God, this thing drives me crazy. Here we go.
So it kind of goes in order, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. So when you get a
because this needs to be done as soon as you get a property.
One more time.
Oh, I'm sorry. This needs to be. I've had people say, "Well, I've added the transaction after it closed." No, as soon as you have a transaction, and whether it's you're buying or selling, you need to go to add transaction. This thing right here is what Ryan spent a year developing. That gives you auto emails, auto text messages, auto calendar alerts, etc., etc., etc. So you need to fill this out,
guys. And also, you do not fill this out until you have a contract, a working contract. Okay. Hey, I'm helping somebody find a house. Great. Have them sign an IABS, have them sign a representation agreement, save that somewhere. Guys, I have all kinds of folders 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 214, 6 house. I save these on my desktop until I have a working contract. Once I have a signed and executed contract, the very next thing I do is come in here. I put my name, put my client's name, the address, the price, the title company. I'm not going to go over all of this again because there's a video on it. Okay. So I'm not going to spend the whole video doing this right now, but you have got to add that transaction, because once you add that transaction, Eric's right, that's how you get one of, come on now. Sorry, I'm on the hotel internet. It's slow. That's how you get one of these. Now, all of a sudden, I've got a client name in this. At the bottom of that, guys, whenever you're adding a transaction, it asks you, do you want these people getting the emails? Do you want this client to get intro emails? Man, this saves you so much time and effort. This is brilliant. Eric's absolutely right. Ryan did a brilliant job with this because they go, guess what? We're in our option period and you need to get an inspection. You know, we've got 10 days. And when you put the dates in here correctly, when does the option period expire? It tells them, hey, you've got until X date to do this. It reminds them, it reminds you, and it also gives you calendar invites, which no, that's my email. On my, it'll ask you on your calendar. Now, guys, I'm using Apple, but if you have any kind of Google Calendar, it'll throw all this stuff in here. Let me see if I can find a good one. Of the ones that I've got, it'll say, oh, I can't seem to find one right now, but it'll pop up here and it'll say, hey, closing date or option period ends or whatever.
Right there, Colin. Friday the 16th at the bottom. Colin Corrington's client.
Colin Corrington client, Jamie Gerald, Senator Monica Cuellar's option expires. It's telling me, okay? Now, right now it says 3 p.m. because I'm in Arizona, but it actually is set to 5 p.m. and my computer adjusts, but it's set to 5 p.m. because you have till 5 p.m. the day up. So it thinks about all that stuff for you. And it also pops all this stuff in here. Steve Leanna's closing date, accepted. You know what I mean? BES closing date, accepted, because I put all that stuff in here, guys. So you need to be able to put all these in here. And again, when you're done, it pulls up. When you're done, you have all this stuff. And remember, if you click preview, it gives you your commission disbursement request. And then you need to have either myself, Eric, or Ryan sign it before you get paid. Now, what are Eric and I going to look for? What are we going to do before we sign this? Well,
all our docs.
All of your docs. And for those of y'all that don't know, if you go into Google Drive, this is my Google Drive, and if you click shared with me, and you have to be logged into whatever address your agent.whiteline is. So I've got a bunch of them, right? But this is the one that it is. If I go to shared with me, it's the one that has my name.
Can you guys let Melina in? She's in the waiting room. Sorry.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I have to try and leave all this up.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I try to leave all this stuff up so I can let people in, but then I can't see what I'm doing, and then I can't let people in. Sorry, Melina. No, I don't know how to do it from here. I have no idea how to do this when I'm sharing my screen. Sorry, guys.
Just exit out.
Go back to the Zoom.
Yeah.
The Zoom.
Oh, we got 2 people waiting. Sorry, got them both in. All right, back to sharing screen. All right, guys, so when you get in here, you're going to go with the shared with me folder, and you're going to click on your name. And it creates all of these folders for you. Whenever you click upload, it is uploading files to these folders. So one I'm doing for Eric right now, BES, I've got 2 of them under BES. So the client, if they're buying and selling, it creates 2 separate folders for me. It's great. When I get in there, guys, you're going to see that I save every flipping document that has anything to do with anything in here. Customer signed first. That's the ones that Eric signed, or the one that the buyer signed. And then I save those, even though it's not executed, because something's going to happen. This is a great place to save everything. Guys, you can see right here, I have the VAM inventory clause. I've got the 1 to 4 family. I've got the option receipts. I've got the everything saved in here.
And we have to have that for Trek rules too, so it needs to be uploaded. And commission disbursement will not be signed until it's uploaded and we actually review every one of those files.
Guys, we've got to be able to review these. The signature does not happen. You need to turn this form in about a day or 2 before you're closing.
Yes, that's very important. I've had so many, hey, I'm on my way to closing. I need you to sign this. No.
Ain't going to happen. Because, guys, if we pay you commission and you don't have your paperwork turned in, man, it's just like every other human on the planet. You don't pay them before they do the job. They won't do it then. Okay. This one was funny because, I mean, guys, this is a perfect example. I mean, I save everything. Come on. This one right here, the guy checked the wrong box. He filled this out. He said that I was working as buyer and seller as intermediary. I said, no, sir, I am not working as buyer as an intermediary. You need to change this checkbox. And I had to send this in. It is one single page that I needed initial on because he checked the wrong box. Guys, I save everything in here because I don't want to get sued. Okay. And that's the dumbest way to do things. All right. It's not saving your stuff. So guys, add your transaction, upload your files. Okay. And by the way, if you're looking, you're like, well, Colin, you don't have an IABS in that file. You're right. I don't, because I have IABS assigned from Eric at other times that are saved elsewhere. So this is a repeat client. I've got it somewhere else. Okay. But it's going to be in there no matter which document I'm working on. Let's say we go to Adam Millsap. I mean, here's our right to sell. Here's the IABS. Here's some photos I had. Here's the amendment. Here's the offer written out. I mean, and then this one fell apart, so it never happened, and the listing's gone. But as you can see, I have my IABS on every single one of them. I can't stress that enough. So if you have questions on how to do this, go to the YouTube channel. Also, if you want to, if you click on resources in the agents page and you want to learn training videos, on the training videos, it has all the stuff on YouTube pulled directly in here. It also, if you want to look for something very specific, you can click on playlist, or you can use the search bar here, 1, 2, 4. Here's all the videos on 1 to 4 families. Now, what Eric was saying earlier is if you go to the App Store or Google Play, depending on what kind of phone you have, and type in White Line Realty, there is an app. The app downloads to your phone, and when you click on it, it essentially takes you right here to this page.
I will tell you that we are having issues with the Apple version of it that we're working on. And then I think you have to have a link to get into Google Play. But like I mentioned earlier, it's basically just a shortcut to get you to agents.whitelinerealty.com. So you can go on your phone, go to Safari or Google Chrome or whatever, and just have it as a bookmark, and it'll take you to the same place.
So guys, it's right here. I went to the members group, Agents of White Line Realty. It's here, iOS users. Guys, if you're looking for the Apple one, I know we're working on it right now, but this will take you to the App Store. You can find it. But even if you can't, it's agents.whitelinerealty.com. Agents.whitelinerealty.com.
Hey, Colin, can we go back to the resources thing? I had a couple people if you go to important docs, I've had a couple people ask about the W-9s, and this is where you would find that. If you scroll down somewhere, it says,
well, you know what you could do is just search.
Yeah, I guess so.
Big fan of searching. Ta-da.
There you go.
Oh, that's Eric's BES. That's not the right one. But
yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. Well, that was DBA's White Line Realty. I don't know if we got that. Yeah, that was the right one. So, guys, yeah, it's in here.
Yeah, but it's actually, that needs to be updated because it's no longer a DBA.
Will you have Brittany send me an updated one?
Yeah.
And I'll get it in there. But when I go through
Is that going to be a problem? Because I just sent that over to another brokerage just like 2 days ago.
I think it's the same number, isn't it?
Yeah, everything's the same. It shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, thank you.
But hey, by the way, everything, all my training videos that are in here, guys, the policies and procedures, the scripts that we talk about in the training videos, how to handle objections, the listing checklist, guys, I mean, this stuff is in here. I don't know what forms I need if I have a listing. Watch the video, go to important docs, and start checking this stuff off. It's all in here. We just had Robin on here talking about loans. Guys, this doc I thought was amazing, so I threw it in here because it tells them who's in charge of what. What is the purchaser? What's their loan officer's responsibilities? What's the processor's responsibilities? What's the underwriter's responsibilities? You know, what they can expect, what kind of loans we can do. There's a ton of resources in here to get your job done.
Click on that bottom left one that says W9 White Line Realty.
No, that's the DBA one.
Is it? Okay. I thought I updated that.
Yeah, sorry, we'll get it updated. And then another one that Eric wanted me to touch on today is this one right here.
Oh yeah, this
Outline
one's super important.
Exhibit Alpha. For those of y'all that are investors and everybody wants to talk to us about wholesaling, that's fine. There's a whole video on wholesaling. Guys, I'm serious. There's a whole one. How to invest a wholesaler as a realtor. Okay, you need to watch this video before you wholesale. Then when you do wholesale, you need to go to agents. You need to add that transaction in. It's going to be a little bit different as a wholesaler, but we need the documents. So you may not have, you know, who's responsible. Is there temporary leasing? You know, some of these things are not going to be applicable, but fill them out the best you can. And it will create the folder. So inside your folder, excuse me, it's over here. You will have the transactions for you to save. Trying to see if I've got a wholesale one in here. Oh, I've got one somewhere. Is it in here? Yeah. No, not that one. But guys, all of my, you got to save it in here. If you're doing a wholesale deal, you've got to do that. And by the way, you have got to fill this one out or we're not signing off on it.
Yeah, this is actually really huge. You know, a lot of agents are coming over because we do offer the wholesaling. But, you know, we do have very strict rules on it. And this is one of them. This was from Hillary, gave us this document. So we thank her for that. And it is something that you absolutely have to have signed. You have to upload those docs as well into the agent's page.
Hey, and by the way, guys, we know a lot of, for those of y'all that are experienced wholesalers, a lot of wholesalers freak out. Like, I don't want them to know what assignment fee we have. I don't want them to know. We don't care. We don't care. If you make $100,000 assignment fee, congratulations. But you need to fill this doc out. I need to see both contracts. I need to see your contract buying. I need to see your contract selling. If you have the assignment of contract form, all of that needs to be in here as well. We're not trying to find out how much money you make. That, I mean, it's not a commission transaction. However, we still need this information, this form in particular.
And also, Colin, you know, that you're not going to get a CDA or a DA, whatever you want to call it, printed out for a wholesale. We're not even going to be on the settlement statement, but you will need to write a check and mail it in to us for the $99 for each wholesale. It's kind of a, you know, an honor system. You know, if we catch people doing it and not pitching in to help cover E&O and all that, you know, then we'll just.
You're gone. You're gone. If I catch you not filling out forms that I've told you to fill out 100 times, you're gone.
Well, especially this one, because this one is really important. This is, you know, the reason most brokerages don't allow it is because it's a highly litigated area. And so, you know, we got to cover our bases. So just fill the form out. It's easy.
Yeah. All right. So
maybe we can create another field for like wholesale off of that agent form to where we can, you know what I mean? Like y'all can see the wholesale to avoid.
That'd be a good idea. I have to talk to Ryan about that. I'll text him.
Just so y'all are acknowledging the deal that's happening with
He's
the wholesale.
playing with Mickey Mouse right now.
So another thing, and the resources. So we went over important documents. Quick resources, guys, are going to be your links to jump to different pages if you need to. Okay. If you need to get into Chime, Sabor, Central Texas, Zip Forms, login, whatever it is. Logos. If you want to make a document and put the thing at the top, that's great. I don't mind if you want to do a letter. Now, if it's anything that has any kind of legalese to it, or if you even have a thought process on it, you need to let us know. But the logos are in here.
Hey, we need to get rid of those brochures. I don't know why those are there. And there should be a bunch of, scroll down all the way. Okay, so Ryan hasn't done it yet, but we've got a ton more logos to be uploaded.
Yeah.
A ton of them.
So that's where your logos are. Training videos, Chime CRM. For those of y'all that have done Chime, Ryan's done some Q&A on that. That's in here. You can learn how to use Chime. It's pretty easy. This I'll have to do a whole nother video on. But also, if you just see Eric's Facebook page and you're like, man, that guy looks good, this is where he gets it. You go to the White Line Swag page, you can get a beach towel, backpack, dude. Come on now. Get a backpack, send your kid to school with that. Put your phone number. No, that'd be weird. Kids calling you all the time. But you can, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, guys. I'll list it. I mean, there's some cool swag, and I know Eric spends a lot of time on this, but that's how you find it. This is how you find your swag if you want to get some shirts, hoodies, whatever. I need to get some of these.
The towels, they're awesome.
No, I want the flip-flops.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
did you ever get those Vans?
I also just created, I just added another female long sleeve shirt. I did it last night. Go to last page, I think. I don't know where it's at. Keep going. I'll see if it pops up on there. Scroll down. No, scroll down.
That's it.
Right there, yeah, that unisex long sleeve. That was a new one. The back has, it's a lifestyle. It's kind of cool.
How come you only got girls stuff in here or all products?
I have no idea, dude. I don't know how to.
That's sexist, dude.
I create them and then I link them, and then that's about as smart as I am.
Wait, what is this one called? Yeehaw Ranches. I like it.
Oh
yeah. Yeehaw. Does it say yeehaw on the front? Oh yeah. That's funny. All right. So questions, comments, concerns. Anybody? How do I do something? Joey, what's up? Or
Yeah, so when I've entered a transaction and I need to go back and edit it for whatever reason, like a piece of information was missing and or something has to be updated into the basic facts, I've ran into the problem when I go in to try to save it, it actually is prompting me to fill in things that aren't required. And there's no way for me to fill in the information.
I hear what you're saying, and that's happened to me before. And typically, is it typically a date or something like that?
Yeah, it's prompted me to input information that is not relevant to the transaction at hand. That I left blank on purpose, and that's not a red star next to it, but it won't let me save it.
Yeah, so what you do is just fill in some dummy information for now, and I'll have Ryan look at that. Because I know what you're talking about. That's happened to me before too. And I usually just like, you have to have an email address. And I'll just put email@email.com or something, just to kind of bump it along. Okay. But yeah, you're right. That's a good thing. I need to have Ryan look at.
I need to make a note of that somehow.
Yeah,
I can send him a message too. But yeah, it was just, I just tried to update something the other day and it prompted me like on 4 different areas to try to, input information that is not relevant.
Right. Yeah, no, I got you. I hear you.
Okay.
Anybody else? Questions, comments?
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, the whole reason that we did the intro pricing this year was this is all beta testing. I mean, beat these systems up, and if there's issues, come yelling at us and say, hey, this needs to be fixed, that needs to be fixed. Because next year, when we roll out our sliding scale and we actually start marketing to bring on agents and grow the business, we want to try to have all these issues resolved by then. So please, let us know if you find something wrong or, don't like something.
Gotcha. Questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Once you input this, the emails, because I have a bad habit of waiting a week before closing and then inputting all this. So I haven't taken advantage of the emails just yet to even test it out for myself. But my question would be, does the system automatically know, like, is there a difference between if you're working with a seller and you're working with a buyer, what those emails will look like and what those conversations over the emails will basically say?
Yes. So guys, and by the way, you can go in here and put a dummy transaction in and use your email address for everything and see what it is that pushes out. Okay. So put yourself as the escrow officer, put your, you know what I mean? Fill this entire thing out as a dummy and it's fine. I mean, it's not going to collapse the system. It's not that big of a deal, but you can do that. But yes, you do have, you know, are we doing buyer, seller, intermediary? That's going to adjust that stuff. That's why it's all in here. Yep. Good question. Anybody else? Melina, Justin, John, awfully quiet. Man, I love this. This makes me feel like I'm the best trainer in the world.
Hey, I just answered a question. I think John was asking ETA. It says ETC, but I think he meant ETA. And for the White Line app, guys, the White Line app is basically just a shortcut to get you to agents.whitelinerealty.com. It's a developer issue, and we're working through it for the iPhone. But for now, just go to Chrome or whatever and just type it in, save it as a bookmark until we get it all resolved. But it should be resolved shortly.
Yep. Beautiful.
Once we're done with the transaction as well and everything has been uploaded, do you want us, I think we talked about this the last time I was requesting a CDA. Do you want us to automatically send you through zip forms or through whatever database electronically, and then just send you a reminder text like, hey, look over my files. I've already set up the emails. It should be in your email, review it, and then sign it at your convenience. Is that the structure that we want to do?
Yeah. So, and you got to give us a day or two, right? Again, Eric, and it's happened to me too. You're driving to a closing and you want your commission disbursement. Guy, we've got to check your work and we need a hot minute to do it. So I would recommend probably 3 days before closing. And you know what prompts me on that is when they get the closing disclosures. So you have to get the closing disclosures 3 days, federal law, right? When you get that closing disclosures and it's sent to everybody, that's when I'm like, oh, I need to look at this. And then I'm going to send off all my stuff. Okay. So and then because I want title to have that. And by the way, guys, one of the things, let me see if I can find it here. I don't know if I just put it somewhere. Oh, crap. I won't be able to find it. But what I do is with that, if you want to get paid quickly, I send wiring instructions with it. Okay. If you notice on the commission disbursement, did I already close that page? Where's this one? Here we go. It says mail White Line's portion to White Line, and then mail, and then this is all going to go here. But when we're on this, I say, and here's wiring instructions for my app. So I get paid as quick as possible, and I'm not driving around town looking for checks. That's fine by me. Oh, Eric, make a note. We got to have that verbiage back in here that says to email us the file too, or mail us the file.
Oh, that got taken out?
What's that?
That got taken out?
Yeah. With that new form, we need to get that back in there. Also, to what Rebecca was saying, guys, is if you download or print this PDF, I download the PDF. So now I've got a PDF right here. It's saved, right? I take that and I upload it into zip forms. I upload this into zip forms and we're done. I zip form it over to Eric. I would if I was you, or Colin or Ryan or whatever. And by the way, we're Eric at White Line Realty, Colin at White Line Realty, Ryan at White Line Realty. It's pretty easy. And then send it over to us and say, hey guys, I got 3 days. So questions? Nothing? We're good? Everybody's happy? Everybody feels smarter today? Stomping out some ignorance? Man.
Justin asked, where can you find purchase and sale agreements for wholesaling? We don't provide those. there's a bunch of wholesalers that I'm sure would share what they use, but that's not something that, you know, White Line Realty as a real estate brokerage would provide.
I will say this, guys. You need to go watch this video on intro to wholesale investing, because you are a licensed realtor. You have to use an approved form that is either written by a lawyer or is the 1 to 4 family residential. When I do a wholesale deal, I do it on the 1 to 4 family residential. All I do is I put as the buyer, you know, Colin Quarrington and or assigns. You need to watch this video if you are wholesaling. There's a lot of information in here. It's 40 minutes long. There's a lot going on here, guys. There's a lot of rules to it. This is not about wholesaling. For some reason, every time we say the word wholesaling, we get lost in this rabbit hole. This video is about wholesaling. Go watch it. Go watch it. If you have any questions after this, and please don't take offense if you call me asking a question and I say, did you watch the video? Because if you haven't watched the video, you need to watch the video. Now, if you get on there and you go, Colin, I've looked everywhere for a video on this, I don't see it. Thank you. I'm cool with that, because that's going to prompt me to go, hey, look, I need to put a video about that. And that's great. It doesn't bother me one bit. But you need to look for the videos first. Sorry, when I'm sharing screen, I can't pull up all this stuff. It's hard for me to catch these chats.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Thank you.
Hey, go back to the agents page. So get Chime. So this is also where, if you want to sign up for Chime, we spend a lot of money generating leads, and they go into our main Chime website, and then we disperse those to agents that sign up and have their own Chime website. I don't want to get into what Chime is. It's basically an IDX website with CRM. It's really cool. But we will send you leads if you sign up with Chime from our main marketing. So that's that. And then if you could go back to that main account again. What else was there on the resources? So logos, we need to add more logos. There's Chime CRM videos that explains, you know, how to set up Chime, et cetera, et cetera. And then what is agent settings? I always forget what that is.
That's if you have like a team, your phone number stuff.
Yeah, this is where you would add your team and set up, you know, what your team is gonna, you know, like what your team fee is, et cetera, et cetera.
You want to start a team? Okay. If you want to start a team, you need to call one of us. By the way, does everybody have my phone number? Mm-hmm. It's right here, guys. Here's my phone number.
Yeah. Save it. Blow them up.
Colin at White Line Realty.
Yes, John. The leads get distributed to all agents that use Chime.
No.
Yeah. Not the same lead. No. Yeah, sorry.
They go through a rotation.
Yeah, it's round robin. So like you'll get sent one, but if you don't work it, Ryan will pull it from you and send it to someone else. So like if it just sits there, he can tell if you've looked at it or done anything with it, and if you don't, because we spend a lot of money, you know, getting those leads. So they need to be worked, or we'll just pull them and send them somewhere else.
Yeah, nobody's going to get the same lead twice. Or like, you know, Eric and I are not going to get the same John Doe lead, you know, calling them. But if anybody does go to our website, I don't know if you've been to whitelinerealty.com, but if you go to our website and start looking at properties, I can't remember what it is, Eric, maybe you can correct me, but like once they click on the second or third property, it prompts them to enter their email, and now we've captured them.
Yep.
We distribute those leads.
Yep. And these go to agents. I mean, like, it's not like I don't get any leads. You know, we're not cherry picking stuff and sending you out. I mean, it's for agents. You know, we generate leads, we send them to agents. But yeah, so I mean, everything is on this agent's page. I mean, I think we've kind of gone over, you know, Colin has videos on specific stuff, but the main thing I can say is as soon as you get a contract, upload it here. Go to add transaction and put it in, and then start uploading your documents. take advantage of, I mean, we spent, like I said, Ryan spent a year developing and building all this, and it's pretty cool. And if there's something that you would like added, let us know. If we can do it, we'll do it. I mean, this has changed probably 20 times. Ryan's tweaked it and added stuff and tweaked it and added stuff.
I'm
So, I
surprised
mean, if
Ryan's
you have
still
any
around.
idea, what's that?
I'm surprised Ryan's still around as much as we beat him up on it.
I know. But I mean, if you say, hey, it'd be cool if it did this, or it'd be cool if it did that, if we can do it, we'll do it. I mean, we're here for y'all. You know, that's our main goal, is to make y'all more successful, make your life easier. And this is, you know, this is huge. You're basically getting like a dot loop type transaction coordination for free. I mean, in a nutshell, like what this does with alerting you and setting up email reminders and emailing and calendars and all that. I mean, you know, there's companies that create this kind of stuff and charge $20 a month.
Yeah. Guys, by the way, I want to show you a little trick that I do. This is kind of a weird transaction, so don't worry about why it's all in here. But what I do, guys, is I will create a brand new folder on my desktop that is 123 Main Street. Okay. Or, for example, this one's Jennifer Pratt, right? Well, I get the documentation and I leave it over here until there is a contract. So when the IABS comes in, so this is a perfect example of one. This is one of my investments right here. This short, but as you can see, like when I go to sell it, you know, we had a contract, the contract fell through. I have a second selling one. And I mean, I save all the documents in this thing. I mean, there's the IABS, you know, so there's no question about this. So the minute I go to add my transaction, it literally takes, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes before you end up with a, before you end up with one of the folders in here. And once that folder shows up, oh shoot, wrong one. Sorry guys, mine's a little more confusing than y'all's, but once it shows up, I just take that folder off my desktop and drop it in here. It's way quicker this way. I will just take that and literally take this, drop it in here. Ta-da. Or I'd find the appropriate one. If it was Debbie's or whatever, I'd put it in here and I'd drop all the forms in here, you know? And that's why, that's just a quicker way for me to do it.
And this is all shared with us. So this is how, like, whenever you send a CDA, we have all of y'all shared folders and we go into those folders, and that's how we review your contracts. And then that's also where we save them so we don't get in trouble with Trek.
Yeah, so if anybody ever pulls them, we want to be able to know where they're at. We don't want to have to hunt you down looking for something.
So do not delete them whenever they're done, I guess, is another thing.
Yeah, thank you. That's actually a keen point. But now my entire 214 short has been uploaded. So you can see 56 out of 56 documents. Where's my, I done lost my folder. Oh, here it is. So now 214 short has been uploaded. So when I go to look for it and I want to see all the documents, they're right here. It's easy, guys. You should be, I mean, you just watch me upload all my documents in less than 2 minutes. Once you figure it out, play with it for a hot second, understand how it works. If you're not familiar with Google Drive, you need to get familiar with Google Drive. You got to know all that stuff.
Yep. Once you get the hang of it, it should be very easy, and you'll love all the reminders, because you wouldn't believe how many times I forget option periods and, you know, when the financing is up, you know, like they've got 21 days to get approved. I mean, if you forget that and then your client doesn't get approved and something happens with the contract and lawsuit, I mean, this is to help you, you know, to remind you. If you have one deal going, probably not that big of a deal. But I mean, you start getting 2, 3, 4 transactions working, and there's a lot of deadline dates and a lot of things moving. And this is just to make your life easier so you can do more deals efficiently.
Yeah, and guys, I love it because it uploads my calendar, and you know, that morning, dang it, or you know, you just look through your week and what do I have to get done this week? If you know, if you're helping a buyer, if you miss that option period date, and you lose the earnest money, they're coming after you. And the first thing Eric and I are going to ask, did you put it in the system? And by the way, guys, I'm not home right now, so I can't show you, but I also have a whiteboard that's all gridded out that I write all these dates in. And I use this to find it. Like I go in there and as soon as I enter it in, I write it on the whiteboard. I have so many checks and balances because I have a lot of transactions that I don't want to miss dates on. So, but start here for sure. Start here.
Yep. It's very simple, but yet very powerful. And it goes, and Ryan created it where it literally starts at the beginning of the contract and goes to the end. So you're not bouncing around from page to page. I mean, page 1, you'll start filling in info, and then it'll take you to page 2, page 3, page 4, bam, 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 and you're done.
All right. Does everybody feel smarter? All right. Go out and sell some houses. No more questions.
Just maybe on that year to date, is that something that we can check like ourselves? Like if we just want to see, you know, how much volume, and I've tried to play with that and I don't know if it's just.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not populating right now. We'll
Okay.
talk to Ryan about it. It
Okay.
should automatically populate.
Okay.
The reason why we have this in here, folks, is I've talked about it before. You're going to pay taxes on this stuff. So at the end of the year, we're going to be sending you a 1099 that says, hey, we have paid them X amount in commissions. You're responsible for the taxes. So you need to be setting some money aside, guys. You need to be setting some money aside. A good rule of thumb, if you earn 3%, take one of that percent and just put it somewhere. But talk to your accountant. Make sure you have an accountant. Please get an accountant. It's going to be the best couple $100 you spend. I'm telling you, get an accountant.
Yes. Yep. So I think that's a good little overview. Now all the new agents should know, like, this is the most important first step when joining Whiteline. Maybe we can get this video up and mark it as an announcement on the top of the agents page and put new agents start here, exclamation mark. Because this is a huge, I get this question, you know, almost every single time. And some of them are like, I didn't even know we had that. You know, I mean, maybe I forgot to discuss it, you know, during onboarding. So this is very important.
All right. Well, pay attention, rewatch this video, and have some fun out there, guys.
Bueno, bye.